Alright, so this is a credit card lessons for all the young adults, all the students, high school students, first year university students, second year, third year, anybody that needs some credit card education, that wants to know how credit card works. Now, there was a post that I actually saw online. It was on Instagram. It's talking about 15 skills that every high school student needs before they go to college. And one of the skills was how to learn how to use a credit card. Okay, so that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about some credit card, some credit card education, how to use a credit card, what's a credit card, and so on. So, okay, so let's get into it. So share this video. If you have anybody who's in, a young adult, who's in high school, who's first year university, right, preteen, that needs to know this information, very important information, especially when you're going to university. That's when they, that's when a lot of young students, that's when they get in trouble, right? Because credit cards are offered, left or right. So share this video to anybody, to any students, to any young adult, any high school students, so that they can get some of this information. All right, so let's get into it. So when it comes to credit card, all right, so this is what you need to go. This is what you need to know. A credit card is not a debit card, or it's not a checking account. All right, now it looks similar, it operates the same, but a credit card is not a checking account. What do I mean by that? Right, a credit card is a plastic, a debit card is also a plastic. With a debit card, which is your checking account, right, you can deposit money, you get paid, the money goes into your checking account. A credit card also works a similar way. You can make deposit on it. A deposit that you make on the credit card is called payments, right? So you can actually go to an ATM machine, or you can go to a bank and make a payment on, or a deposit, with whatever way you want to word it, but it's a payment, right? It goes to it's a deposit, it goes into your credit card. So don't confuse the two. They're not the same, right? They operate the same, but they're not the same things, right? Credit card is not a checking account that you can go in at any time and take out money, okay? So with that being said, the first thing you need to learn about a credit card is this. Once you get your credit card, one of the things that you want to avoid is using cash advance. Now, what is a cash advance? There's three types of cash advance when it comes to credit card. A cash advance is any cash-like transaction when you're taking cash, when you're taking actual physical cash from the credit card itself. Okay, so the first type of cash advance is when you go to the ATM, right? Any ATM, you put in your credit card, you enter your PIN. So that's what I was saying. A credit card works very similar to a checking account or to a debit card. They both have PINs. You can withdraw money. So with a cash advance on a credit card, you go to any ATM machine, put in your PIN, and then you take out, let's say you take out $50, right? So let's say you have a credit limit. So you have a credit card that has a limit of $300, and then you go to a cash machine, you take out $50. That's what you call a cash advance. You do not want to do that at any time. You don't want to take out cash from your credit card. So that's the first type of cash advance or cash transaction. Second type of cash advance is when you transfer money from your credit card to another credit card. So for example, let's say if you have two credit cards, one of them has a credit limit of $300, and the interest rate on that is, let's say, 10%. And then you have another credit card that has a credit limit of $500, and the interest rate on that is, say, 20%, 19.99, 20%. Okay. Now the one that has 20%, let's say you have a balance on it for $300, right? So you have a credit limit on it for $500, and you have a balance, so you owe $300 on the second credit card, and you're being charged 20%. So a balance transfer, the way it works is this: some credit card companies will allow you to do a balance transfer, so meaning that you can transfer the money from the credit card that has a lower interest rate. So in this case, credit card number one that has a credit limit of $300, and it has a interest rate of 10%. So the credit card company will allow you to transfer that balance, or to transfer money from that credit card, so that you can pay off the credit card number two that has the higher interest rate. Very important. That's what you call a balance transfer, right? Sometimes there's a balance transfer promotional rate, or sometimes you can do a balance transfer at any time and you get charged a balance transfer fee, and you get charged at a balance transfer interest rate. So that's what you call a balance transfer, when you're transferring money from one credit card to another so that you can pay off credit card number 2 that has a higher interest rate, so that way you can avoid paying more fee. But all in all, to say, you're still using the other, right? You're still basically, you're still not using your money. You're still using money from another credit card to pay off another credit card. So that's what you call a balance transfer. So that's cash advance number 2. Cash advance number 3 is what we call access checks, where you can actually write a check on your credit card, right? Some companies you can require, or you can ask for a check, and then they will send you what you call an access check. So basically what an access check is, right, you can write just like a regular check, but it's on your credit card. So that's what I was saying. A credit card operates very similar to a debit card, right? So that's where a lot of students, a lot of young adults, they get confused. They think a credit card is the same as a debit card or as a checking account, because all the same features, you can write a check, you can transfer money, so it really operates the same, but you have to be careful. Credit is when you're using the bank's money, right? A credit card is not your money, it's the bank's money. Debit card or checking account is your money that you work for. You put in 40 hours at work, you put in 20 hours hard work, you work hard, and you get your check that goes straight into your checking account. So credit card and the debit card is very, very similar, right? Same features and so on. So 3 types of cash advance. When you go to the ATM, you pull out cash. When you do a balance transfer, you're trying to pay off another credit card. Some companies, some credit card companies will even allow you to transfer money from a credit card to your checking account. Interesting. We'll talk about that one later on. And then the third one is access checks, where you can write checks on your credit card. So you want to avoid any form of cash-like transaction. Okay, so I'm going to come back with part 2.